Well, good morning. Good morning. Oh, how you doing, me? That's right. I got my down under hat on. Why? Because I had an early appointment this morning with Dr. Vicky Lanti, all the way from Burn. And for those of you who her, you know that she just had surgery over the week. She was released from the hospital, recuperating nicely. Her love to all of you. How are you doing? Um, I'm still non blunts a long time ago. Bats or cigars. Tell you at the hospital, they told me, do times every hour. I did it 10 times, probably ain't did it since. For it now. So anyway, you see that? I'm supposed to get all the way up to this blue line. Watch. Hold on. Now, I can't do that anymore right now because I'll pass out and there'll be no show. But I'm just saying, people, we are not, well, some of you are doctors, but if you're not and you haven't gone to medical school, do what the doctor tells you to do. Don't be like me, hard head, because you know what they say, a hard head will make a soft boo boo. So welcome to today's installment of Bathroom Moments. How was your weekend? I had a good weekend. Didn't do too much, but I did enough. It was nice here. Yesterday it got up in the 60s. Yes, indeedy. And Brian and I joined a new gym because we hated the one we were at. It was too busy. It felt like working out at the airport, people everywhere. So we went and got one at the medical center down the street, Edwards Hospital, and quit one and joined a new one. And I've gone 2 days in a row. Bella Purpose, yeah, Bella Purpose. But anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to this week's lineup of Bathroom Moments. Starting out today with a wonderful guest, powerful woman. Call her the next Oprah. Yeah, I did say that, and I told her that to her face when she was here. And you'll understand why when you meet her coming up here shortly. I'm speaking of Shima Stroud from New Jersey. She'll be with us here. Wait till I tell you a little bit more about her in a minute. But first of all, I just want to say you are in the right place at the right time. Why? Because we are currently streaming live, LIVE, across Facebook, YouTube, Roku, Android, Apple TV, Periscope, and of course, our home base, E360 TV Live. And I also, this is time, Bella Purpose. This is new for season 4. It means that when our guest or you put something on the screen or our guest drop something on the table that we can get behind, can I get an amen up in here? You go, girl, that kind of thing. I'm going to hit this bell. And that means you get to be a part of something greater than yourselves. That's when you hit the invite button. That's when you hit the share button. That's when you hit the likes and the emojis and you sit hearts up and you let our guests know I'm picking up what you're dropping off. That's the Bella Purpose. Also, welcome to the show. My sidekick, my best gal, she's here. Wait, Lucy McGill, Cuddy Ricardo. We'll have to now. I have the photo from the memorial service, and I forgot to load it into today's show. So we'll go there tomorrow. But you know, Travel Lucy, she went somewhere. The upper room. Yes, she did. We had a service. I'm sorry, wait. This was her casket. Travel Lucy. She gone, y'all. She gone. She snuck into the dishwasher one too many times. I told her ass, girl, you are not a real cup. Don't go in the dishwasher. She went anyway. Now she gone. So anyway, our prayers and memorials, a moment of silence for Travel Lucy. Now we just have the other Lucy. So there's that. So welcome to our newest sponsor, week 2 for symposium.us, where conversation becomes currency. Now, today's episode and all the episodes this week, I said, are powered by symposium.us. And if you download their app today or simply visit them at www.symposium.us, you can check out all the great opportunities that they give on how to convert your viewers or followers into pay-per-viewers. Content into cash. I have used them for 2 years. Everything from live streaming my larger events to mini masterminds, master classes, simgrams, shout outs, all kinds of stuff. So I want you to get an idea of what you can do with them. So take a look at this. Give me just a second. Take a look at this. It ain't doing it. Now, you know what? That don't make no sense. That took so long for it to find its way over to y'all. I'm gonna see if I can do that again. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you guys can see all that. Let me get back over to my guest. So okay, go on in. So you see now, I'm not trying to lose a show, ain't I'm the sponsor. No, I am, ma'am. That is because you can turn everything you if you do boards, if you know how to cook agent, if you want to show people how to properly clip their toenail, you can go on there. Trust me, somebody is going to sign up for your. I have done probably 20, 30 some different classes on there, and not one time has it been a bust where nobody showed up. It's a great opportunity for the world to get to know you. So pop over to symposium.us and see how you can turn your conversation into currency. So anyway, man, that sun is shining here. You see all that? I'm gonna just make it look like I'm ashy. It looks like I'm ashy, but I'm not. Wait a minute, maybe a little bit, but okay, that's not really what's going on. Oh, and who are you? Ooh, who is this right? Look over here. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. You can now just take a good look at her, right? Can't you tell that's a powerful woman? Some people just have it like that. Let me tell you who that is, everybody. That's Shima Stroud. She's a best-selling author, speaker, and a beauty business owner of Smile Gorgeously. And she's also a life coach and mentor whose passion is to serve others. We love that. Um, she holds a BS in accounting. I hold a BS too, but it's just plain BS. Ain't got nothing behind it. Um, and she is a faithful membership. She has a faithful membership. She's active in her church and civic organizations within her community. Now, let me just. She's got so many different certifications and stuff from Villanova University and St. Leo University. And I'm not trying. I have some issues with my own self-esteem. So you overachievers understand why I'm skipping all that. Um, there's a bella purpose. So let me tell you, she was born in New Jersey. She comes from a large family with Southern roots, so you know she's got that love. She has traveled all over the place, including Italy, Greece, Turkey, Belize, and Africa. And that's just to name a few. She keeps her passport ready, and she's ready to go. She's also an active member of Women Empowered Organization. We're going to talk about that today, and a book that they have come together, a co-authorship, I believe, and she's going to tell us all about it and where you can get it. She's a natural storyteller. She's always loved sharing life and experiences, and she loves living life in vivid color. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and click over and see if I can get her in here. And add to. She popped up quick on my and took up the whole screen too. Absolutely not. I am sizing you. See, these powerful Oprah-like women, you gotta watch them. They ain't got no problem taking over. I'm just saying. I look. Send me any Me Too, a brick or letters to women. I can do. We got mouths. Let me see. Sending you over. Now, right now, if you're feeling a tingling in your earlobes or the upper part of your the outer section of your lips, that is because you are now broken into millions of people traveling across broadband and can see you. So, the sun is bright this morning. Ooh, I think it's coming up, right? Don't worry, you still broke a piece of. Oh, you know, let me up. I forgot. Oh, there. I turned you up. I can hear you now. But wait a minute. Don't worry. I see you on my screen. You're still in the air. I don't know why. Some days. There you are. You're out there now. Say hi to everybody. You're on the screen.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Now you're probably looking over at your other laptop going, I don't see her.
I
Yeah, there you go. See yourself?
Yes, yes.
So, good morning and welcome to Bathroom Moments.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so glad to be here.
Hey, what's up? I gotta ask. What's up with that flag back there? That's a memorial flag.
Yes, it is. It is my. This is from my dad, Robert.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
A veteran.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you for your service.
Yes, he is no longer with us, but.
And what branch did he serve in?
He was in the Air Force.
Oh, that's the sign. Oh, do you see how the screen cleared up when I went? Oh, see that? Look at that.
Yeah.
I wonder.
That's
maybe
him.
I moved it. Well, I was there for it. There. Okay, I moved it. Now that's better. Yeah, I was there for it. So I knew there was something that drew me. So, so like you even more now. You come from an air background. So let me just say, I know you have a lot to talk about today. And hello, everyone out there. Dr. Mickey, you stayed up. It's like morning. Oh, she's on to get her to stay up. Houston, good morning to you. Now they're hearing some echoing.
Is echo?
It's echoing. So let me turn.
Maybe the mic is up too high.
I'm gonna turn you down a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
You guys, give me some love on the screen. Let me know if that's better. Oh, you know what? Here, I am going to turn this down. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, we don't need. How many microphones do we need? We don't need that one, and we don't need that one. Let us know if that's better. Let us know if that's better. You look great. I'm looking at it. Oh, you can see me looking at it on my phone. You look great. So we have a lot to talk about today. Robert Brooker, Shelley Dale, everybody that's here, Kevin Hoffman, Betty Fudge. Miss your face. Betty, you know you got Betty. I'm just letting you know. I'm headed back down to your neck of the woods next week. You and I are supposed to meet up and talk. So either get out of town by next week or get ready to have lunch with me. Wendy Meyer, hello, saw you in down in Naples at the Unstoppable. Nice to see you. And everyone else. Annie says so. Irene, a lot of people. Natasha North, a lot of people here. Julius Mercer. Good boy, good. Everybody, love you so much. Let's get going here. So, Chima.
Yes.
What is it that you are most passionate about?
Oh. People.
People.
I do.
People who need people. See my Whitney Houston lip thing? People.
Yes.
Right.
That's a good quiver.
Okay, we love people, so you believe in the 80-20 rule, I'm assuming. Where 80% of everything we do is about them, 20% about us, right?
Absolutely.
Why don't we start? Tell us a little bit about your story. What you came through, because I mean, I don't think any of us have I had to stretch Armstrong. Thank you to Mary in Lansing, Michigan, who sent this to me. Oh, and because you're here and she met you when you were here at my house, she wanted to say hi to you. Lucy wanted to say hi and say she loves you. So that's out of the way. So you grew up in Jersey. What was that experience like for you? Now we've heard from some of the other Jerseyites about, everybody's got a different story. What did it look like in your neck of the woods?
Um, pretty. It was fine for me. As a kid, you just feel like you live where you live, you grow up where you grow up, wherever your parents are.
Mhm.
Very early, my mom and my dad separated, and my mom moved us to a predominantly white neighborhood. But it's not
Kidding, I'm kidding.
real clutch because I never really went to public school, so I was always around in a predominantly white school. The best part about moving here was I already had friends that I had known through the church and just my mom's friends, and of course my best friend and her mom and my mom were friends before we even came along. So she lived here. It was an easy transition. Um, I guess as you got older, you just realize, okay, you going to be some differences. You're going to be the black girl in the classroom where there's maybe one or two other black girls if you're lucky. Um, I don't think I can say I've had any kind of racial problems that I hear other people talk about. It could.
Mm.
I'm friends with everybody. I
Right.
can be friends
Can
with
I butt
everybody.
in and ask you something?
You sure can.
Because I hear this from time to time, and I just wonder what your experience is. Now, you're one of those beautiful chocolatey browns. And I know I hear from a lot, and I got some in my family. I have both high yellow and a lot of people that are my color or a little darker. And
Mhm.
oftentimes, women of color, more so than guys, I would say, from what I've heard, they say that they're treated differently because they're darker skinned. Did you ever experience that?
I want to say yes. Um, I think I probably had more issue with it than anyone else. Um, I have a big personality, and I'm not really. I don't think I've ever run into many people that would say to me, you know, anything derogatory about my color. I
No,
think,
they scared.
huh?
They scared.
Well, I'm sure. Now, of course, yeah, because I'm almost 6 feet and
Right, right.
I'm a big woman. But even as a kid, maybe I didn't pay any attention because I was too busy concerning myself with the fact that my skin was dark. Now, my sister's darker than me, and I'm sure she has had her own issues with her skin. And it's real. I'm
It
not.
is real. It is.
It's
And
absolutely real.
I've had a lot of women on here that have some element of a women's empowerment something. But
Right.
I am so excited about you being here because I know you're strong enough to talk about some of these things that I haven't had the guts to bring up with other women. And I want to know how this women empowerment, it means something different to each woman. And so, what does it mean to you? Because the reason I ask that, and this is real, is because I don't want to see when you hear the term women's empowerment, I don't want it to become so watered, we become so desensitized because everybody's got it. Like when you hear
Exactly.
about coaches, everybody's a coach. I'm the toenail coach. I'm the eyebrow coach. I'm the earlobe coach. There's a coach for everything. So when you
Right.
hear coach, most it's just like remember when everybody started becoming trainers in the gyms. You're like, a grandmama trainer. Yeah, her dog Fifi is a trainer.
It's a great.
So then the trainer thing didn't mean crap anymore. So I want to know the empowerment piece for you. Why is it, and what do you do to make it not just become in one ear and out the other, so blase, a cleverly turned phrase, if you will, because it is important to you. So is it based in just women, black women? What is it?
It's not solely based in women. It's definitely not based in just black women, but it's definitely not solely based in women. For me, it is the voice that you get or that you create or that you release that says I have the right to abundance. I have a right to be the true person that I want to be. I have and I have the right to live a life of intent and purpose. I have the right to go out there and look for what it is that gives me purpose. Does that mean that I also have the right to step on all these the men and the children because this is what I'm going for, this is what I'm looking at? No. It means that I'm also understanding that my right doesn't infringe someone else's. It also means that there's hope and you hold on to hope and you have faith. That's a bigger thing.
That
But
is.
hope in this world, and even in those hopeless scenarios or those hopeless places where we all have been, you have to be able to hold on to the hope part of it. And you establish a connection with other women or people who also have hope. So it doesn't separate you from the men. It doesn't separate you from your families. It just enhances the life that you want to have, that we were all promised.
Well, and I love everything you're putting down, and thank you to all the people commenting out there. Hi, Victoria Moore, welcome aboard. So I want to, and thank you guys. Yeah, that's right. Put some hearts on the screen for our guests. I want to ask you this
Yes.
because I see a lot of things. I see a lot of events and different things for women and women's empowerment, and it's usually all women on the panel, all women in the audience. And I always ask them, go, well, wait a minute. Isn't there an element of teaching us, the men, how are we supposed to do better if you guys are only talking to each other? It's like churches that don't go out on the streets. They just
Yeah.
talk to each other in the church. Well, if y'all already saved, what the hell y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How can we do better if I always feel like I'm an intruder? If I'm even peeking into one of your conferences or something, or let me see a little book that says, women's empowerment, and I open it. Most of them speak to as women read this and the other. I go like, oh, they're not even talking to me. So, do you get my point?
Yes.
So how do you and the women that you work with for the organization, uh, Women Empowered Organization, do you guys have any element that you use as an outreach to help us
Now,
understand you?
I don't, we don't necessarily exclude men. The times that men are excluded is when we are in those moments when there's growth and there's change, transformation, and it has to be a safe environment. Not saying it's not safe with men, but we just have a stronger affinity with women, especially when you're going through something and you're trying to change. So those moments are excluded. Absolutely. Do we work with other men and other events and other programs? Absolutely.
Okay.
Could there be more? Absolutely. I absolutely agree that there should be something that teaches men how to communicate with each other in a safe environment, the same way that we do. Um, it's harder because you guys have to be men, macho. So you'd have to really find some very dedicated men to want to teach and some vulnerable men.
Vulnerable. Key word. Put some hearts on
Yes.
the screen. That's exactly right. Because transparency and vulnerability go hand in hand. Now let me ask you, because aren't you? I mean, I'm just keeping it real with you. It's like when I'm with other guys and we're talking about these movements, if you will. Um, a lot of the guys say, oh, they're men haters.
Yes. I have.
What do you say to
But
that?
I think that's a surface assumption. It's a surface assumption. And I'm not going to sit here and say we can't do a better job in making sure they understand that that's not what this is. But you also have to understand where I guess the women's rights or abilities have evolved.
Mm-hmm.
We always had to be in the background. We always had to be kind of quiet and, know your place. Not saying you don't have to do that in certain instances now, but I'll say the backroom conversations have always been going on. We've always met in the washrooms and all those places where we could talk and be free and be safe. Now it's just more public.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't love men and don't need their input and their assistance. It just provides us a safe place for us.
You know what I would love to see? I'd
And
sign up. I'd sign up. I promise I'd sign up. If I saw it one place, I'd sign up. I don't care if it was a Facebook group, a newsletter, whatever. I would sign up if I saw something that wanted male allies for empowered women. I would definitely sign up because I am an ally. But there doesn't seem to be a place where I can say, hey, I see you, I agree, and I support you. What can I do to uplift you?
I have to say I have never seen it. It sounds like it would be a great opportunity. Sounds like something we may need to work on.
House. That was on the house.
Right. Exactly. That sounds like, I mean, and you're right. There's not many places where there was going to be that communal opportunity for men and women to just be free and share in that respect. But
Absolutely.
it is definitely needed.
Okay, so Miss Shima. Oh, hi, honey. Mm. Did you see that hot little fine number come
Yes, I
by?
did.
Yes. You look great. Mm. Have a good day. Aw, I love you. Have a good day. Sorry, guys. I'm only human. So listen, we're about to switch gears a little bit, and I know you can handle
Okay.
it. And I can't wait for you to just take the reins and run with this next topic. We're at the bottom of the hour, so I want to say thank you to all of you who are here with us today on our kickoff uh, uh, Monday edition of Bathrow Moments. You are here today of a show with Shima Stroud, a powerful Black woman and just woman from the New Jersey area. And thank you to our sponsors, US, where conversation becomes currency. Get over and check them out. Now, Shima, when you were here for Discover the Author Speaker in You, and we had a nice little soiree that night where we kicked our shoes up and we played games and we ate food and had a little drink. We had fun and we relaxed. One of the things that really captured my imagination with you was how you were talking about in your work experience, how you were like, you know what I'm talking about, how you got to those places and it was like, okay, I'm done here, and you just up and moved, up and left. Remember when you were saying the gap? You know where I'm going with that. So I'll let you bring that in. Talk about that and why you stand your ground. I'm gonna tell you what. If it was a scene from The Color Purple, it would be Miss Sophia cutting through that cornfield, looking for Celia's ass to say, "You told Hoppo to beat me." It was that kind of a moment. So there you go. All you.
I actually was thinking about that this morning.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Yes, I was. Um, I don't. Okay, we're true transparency in
That's
front
it.
of everybody. I don't want to make it seem like there was a thought process to a lot of the movements where I said, "This is it. I'm done. I'm leaving." Maybe when I was teaching, and I felt like, okay, I am so attached to these children, and I'm so young, coming straight out of college. I want to take everybody home. I want to adopt all the children because I just didn't like what I was seeing parenting wise and my children being unsafe, and I couldn't do anything. And I was a hothead, and I would try to go to their homes and rectify situations not in the best manner. I realized that also I wasn't making enough money for a 20 something year old. So I left education and went into the tech world, the telecommunications world. I stayed there 20 years and it worked for me because I moved around and had a lot of positions, got a lot of experience, made a lot of money, traveled quite a bit, amassed this huge amount of vacation time, and got comfortable. And I knew that wasn't where my purpose was. I knew that wasn't where I should have been. But I stayed there because I was comfortable. And I am a firm believer that God does not allow you to do anything that for long that he doesn't want to change in your life if you to him. And I wasn't listening. He was like, this is it. You need to find the next thing or fulfill my purpose or your purpose. And I wasn't listening. So I have very candid conversations with my God. And he's like, oh, you still not going to do what I tell you to do? So I'll make sure you do what I tell you to do. And I got fired. 20 years on the job. They let me go. So it wasn't a decision to say, this is it. I'm moving on to the next thing. It was jump out of the plane and fly or hit the ground and deal with the chaos. I took 3 years off. I thought about the next move. An opportunity came very early on to become a coach and a mentor with Women Empowered International. And of course, looking for my next moment, I said, I'm going to do it. Prior to just maybe a year before that, I think I started working with Women Empowered, going through the transformation process for Transform Her. And I learned a lot about myself and about what I want to do in this world and what I want people to see and how to take off the mask that all of us wear. All of us wear.
Can I butt in?
I'm sorry, you sure can at any moment.
First of all, I'm going to say this, and I'm going from what was written on this thing while you were talking, because
Okay.
I put the pen in my hand and I let the author write the story. I
Right.
really do. And I told you when I met you, and here it is again, that God has a huge plan for you, a huge plan for you. And I wonder, do you realize that a lot of the stuff you're saying so you can hear yourself say it again? Because
Absolutely.
I want to know the answer to this. What is, and don't think too long, just let it out. What is
Okay.
the one thing that scares you the most regarding your purpose? Because there's something right around this corner known as the future for you that I know for a fact, because everybody that knows me knows that one of my gifts is that God gives me glimpses into other people's greatness. And I know that if you saw what was around the corner for you and you weren't ready, it'd probably scare you to death. But you are ready and you're closer than you've ever been. So I just want to know, inquiring minds want to know, Shima, what is that one thing? Because it has come down to that one thing that scares you about your own purpose. What do you think that is?
Being good enough,
Being good enough.
accepted by the people that I want to touch and help.
Now, you do know that you proved that you were good enough when you beat the
Yeah.
greatest odds known to man, the 1 in 400, the 1 in 4,000 billion. That was when you hit that A. You hadn't formed a thought. You hadn't spoken a word. You actually hadn't even taken a breath. And you beat the greatest odds known to man. So that was checked off your bucket list before you got here. Once you
Yes.
took that breath, it wasn't about being good enough. It wasn't about beating odds. Shima, it was about creating them. I mean, I know what it is. The most powerful people in history, the most powerful people on our planet, legacy leaders, are people who at one point were afraid of that same thing you just spoke, which is most of us. But you know what? The only way you won't be good enough is if you don't do it. What would you like to, if let's just say, let's play this game. Let's say
Okay.
you're somewhere after we transition and they're allowed, what is greater than us is allowing you to watch your own funeral, and whoever knows you the best, it could be your best friend, and I know one of them is watching now. Hi, Tracy. It could be a family member, but let's just say it's the person who knew you the best in this life. They're up there and they're saying something about you, what would you hope to hear them say?
That they were loved by me, honestly. That they felt love from me and knew that I loved them. Whether it was a close person or just a chance meeting,
Mm-hmm.
I would love, I love to hear it living.
Yeah.
So I continue to love hearing it from above.
Now, you know, the thing about you is when I look at you, you're so confident. You're so beautiful. You're so confident. You're articulate. You're well spoken. You're all of those things. And for people to hear you have just said the one thing that you feel scares you the most regarding your purpose is that being good enough. I'm glad you said that because there's somebody who is not even a quarter, a smidgen as confident, not nearly as this or that, not 6 feet tall, not any of the things, and they still feel the same way. And we all do at some point in our journey. Most of us more times than we would be willing to admit. And so, let me ask you, what is the thing that you can you identify the thing that you see and you just know it has you? If I can change one thing during my lifetime, if I can just make a difference with this one thing, what does that look like for you?
For me or for everyone, anyone.
You to change that thing that, when she was gone, they're going to say, "Ooh, thank the Lord she was here." Because look what this looked like until she changed it. She took this and turned it into that.
Wow. It would, if I could give, because we already talked about with all of the outward looking,
Mm-hmm.
if I could give every person the same amount or more confidence that I have in everything, in looks, in parenting, in loving, in relationships, if I could share that with everyone and make sure that they know that it's already in them, they just have to bring it out.
Now, let me say something here, and that's exactly right. Get some love on the screen and sit down and buckle up. Get ready for this one, y'all. Um, you shocked my drawers off when you were sitting here in my house and you told me the number of children that you are a godmother to. Do you know that that is one of the greatest honors to be bestowed upon a person? And you don't have any natural children of your own, but
No.
you are godmother to how many?
9.
9 children. And so when you look at that, anybody can anybody beat that? If you can, put it on the screen because I don't believe you can. I don't believe there's anybody out there that people have said you are legitimately my child's godmother 9 times over. Now, how can you not see that you're good enough when 9 different people have said if anything should happen to me, out of all the people in this world that could take and raise my child, my seed, my heart, my everything, I choose you.
I guess it's surprising every time to hear it or to, and like you said, I said those words previously, like I was reminding myself.
Mm-hmm.
It surprises me to hear that regularly. It surprises me when someone asks me every single time because it is an honor and I take it so seriously. Um, and I wonder, if I'm doing a good job as a godmother. I wonder if I could do better. You can't force a
Of
relationship with
course.
a child, but you,
Girl.
I mean, there's learning on both ends. There's learning on both ends. Learning from the parent, learning from the parent, and from the child. So I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm still trying to be a great godmother. I just know that I am confident that I have shown those moms something that makes them feel like that's her.
That's
Who
her. That's
yes.
her. And
But
put some love on the screen. Wait a minute. Put some love on the screen. Now, why does it have to be a butt?
I shouldn't be right. I'm not saying I'm an A-type personality.
Well,
I'm
you
all
could have leave good enough, well enough alone. But because you know what? The reason you go to butt, we all do, is because it's not to discount. It's not for an excuse or an escape clause. It is because we are in search of the next ER. If you're nice, you're naturally going to want to be nicer. It's called
exactly.
evolving. If you done something great, you're still looking for that ER because you know there are things out there that are greater. That's
Absolutely.
what it is. And I want to say something to you. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. If I could speak in tongues, I would say Hasababaka. But I don't speak in tongues yet. But I'm going to claim this and I'm going to say this to you. When you said, I need to hear that regularly. No, you don't. You know why? If you look around you and you bathe yourself in gratitude, start with those 9 children. You will feel it. You will live it regularly. Hearing it don't mean nothing because people will say stuff to us, empty words, hollow promises, shallow all day long. Words that
Absolutely.
deceive. They will cloak, wear a velvet glove, and soothe you with something, and underneath is scaly all the way around. But when you
Absolutely.
feel it, they can't make you feel anything.
That's right.
Nobody can make you feel less than. Nobody can make you feel anything. You choose how you feel. And
I agree.
the reason you know this interview was a setup, right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, because I know what I was shown the moment I met you. I know how I looked up and down and up, side to side, side to side, corner to corner, and corner to corner. That only happens when purpose is abounding, because in there is everything you need to know about this person. I was told by my birth mother the day I met her, she said, I'm going to tell you now, I don't watch, I watch feet. Your
Okay.
mouth can tell me anything. Your feet are going to show me everything.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you something. There are big, big plans for you. I can't wait to see it. Seriously.
I
And the
received
thing
that.
about it is, I just want you to know the reason I invited you today, because if there was any way we could take the arm of purpose today and move those crumbs, because it's not even a big old dish or anything big on this table that is blocking, they're crumbs. And I wanted everybody on here, they're like, yes, say that, amen, blessed, yes. I want you to go back after this show concludes and look at all of the love and the support and know that God is moving you to a very anointed place. And all you have to do is open up your mind, your heart, and your spirit and say, here I am, send me.
Absolutely.
I mean that. I'm telling you all, the reason I believe this for people out there that are believers, I remember the day I asked my creator, how can you even look at me and ask me to do these things that I am now living? And he said to me, Loren, I'll tell you why. A lot of people will tell you that you're living in the last days. I'm here to tell you that's not true. You are
Okay.
actually living in the last moments. Anybody that is about healing, helping,
Yes.
uplifting, and anointing will have my blessing. And so I just want you to know, because I know right now, Shima, that there are people in this world who have already matched to some intersection in this universe where God has promised them, go. Don't
Yes.
worry. She'll be there. Don't, if you get there and you don't see her, stay put. She'll be there. It's the
Yes.
same thing he told those who were going to march with Martin. It's the same thing he told the people that were dying in the gutters of Calcutta about Mother Teresa. He'll be there. She'll be there. And I want you to know that as long as you get up every day on purpose, you will go to bed that same day with even more purpose.
Absolutely.
And I want that as a message for you. I hope you receive it. And I want to get into, before we go, and I didn't mean to hijack the day here,
It's
but
okay.
I'm just letting it happen the way it's supposed to happen. But I would love for you to tell us about, I love this thing where you say you're a true kid at heart, because that describes me as well. And that's why you're it. You maintain the superpower of looking at life through
Kid glasses.
about it.
I don't think I ever grew up. I believe I am the epitome of Peter Pan. um, Growing through my own transformation process, I have worked with a coach and a mentor, and we coined it pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much what that is. But when you're learning those things, learning that you have them, or should I say, paying attention to the fact that you have them, um, you have to reflect. And then I thought about all of these situations where I run into people and I've had interactions with them, and they were just life. They were regular for me, but it was something different for them. But I'm always joking. I'm always playing. I'm always looking for the fun in life.
Mm-hmm.
Look that way. When you see me, I look very serious all the time. But I'm looking for that freedom that you have as a child, that all children should have. Um, the uninhibited living that children, when you watch a child who has not been tainted, who has not been touched by evil, who has not been changed by life, they are not afraid of anything. They are not um they're uninhibited.
Right.
I
Unfettered.
now back right. I
Right.
think now back to just jumping off the roof of the church, knowing I could either get a beating from my mom, break my leg, end up in a hospital, but I wasn't afraid.
Mm-hmm.
When you take the as kids, when you take the scarf and you wrap it, or the pillowcase and wrap it around your head, and you jump off your dresser onto the bed and you pray, you don't even care that you could hurt yourself. You just want to
You're
fly.
fearless.
You can fly, right? You're fearless. I still have that feeling inside. I always say when I talk to other people that I don't think it's almost like a switch that turns off. When you have children, you have to change some of it because
Sure.
you protect that child. You should be protecting that child and making sure that their life is different and better.
Right.
I don't have my own children, so I have never turned it off. So I have an affinity for kids and how they talk and how free they are when they're happy and when they're not. I was asked the question recently by one of my mentors that said, "What is my biggest social? What is my social charge, or what is my social fight, or something like that? Is to make sure that kids are safe. No child should have to grow up before they're ready.
That's right.
We live in a world where they're thrust into adulthood at like 6
True.
because you have to tell them everything. You have to teach them everything. What happened to those safe moments where they could just be uninhibited and free?
Now, Shima, what about that time? Because I'm one of those. I was one of those
Yes.
kids, foster system, 22 homes, lots of monsters. Uh, what about that time? You look through kid glasses, but that also means that every now and then you feel that there's something under the bed,
Right.
because that's a part of looking through kid glasses as well.
Exactly.
So, what is it in your life? What was your experience? This is gonna take us to the end of the interview.
Okay.
When it didn't feel so pixie dusty. It was really scary, like it is to a kid. Um, what was it that reached in and embraced you, soothed you, and said, "Never worry, I am here, and you're not alone"?
For me, um, and I think this is where a lot. Well, you talk to Tracy, her and I both have this kind of mindset.
Tracy is her best friend, everybody.
My best friend, Tracy Randolph,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Tracy. Um, our two things. You wanted to know what things brought us there. It definitely didn't happen as a kid because I have to say, my mom and sometimes my dad did a wonderful job of shielding me from a lot of stuff that they went through, my parents, and just stuff that was happening in the world, I have to say. So it made me think that, this is what every child has. I guess I was older when I found out that, pixie dust doesn't always sprinkle
And fix everything.
it might be dusty and dirty, and I was glad. I'm glad now when I think about it that I was older when I found out because I still was able to have that childhood.
I get it.
But it was the protection of a mother who was relentless, making sure that I had a decent life. And, and that second thing, who instilled faith and church and God and prayer.
Okay.
Things. Because even when I got older, and you know how we do, we make our own decisions thinking we know everything.
Yeah.
But we turn around and you remember all of those things that were poured into you. And I remember her telling me that this world is not where you get your biggest joy. Your joy, go with the Lord.
Oh,
He would say things to me when the pixie dust wasn't the best.
right.
And I didn't know what to do. You know, I talk about it in that book about at 32, 34, I lost all of my hair on every portion of my body, everywhere. And I couldn't understand it.
Wow.
Want to go to work. I wasn't a kid with alopecia that had it her whole life. I wasn't someone, it just happened. And I couldn't understand it. And she took it in such stride. Like I thought life was over. I wanted to go to bed. I didn't want to do anything. And she just came to my doorway and she was like, when I woke up the next morning, she's like, "You ready?" And ready for what? She's like, "Let's go. We gotta go find you some wigs. You gotta be ready for work."
Get back into life.
Right.
So where do people go to find this book? Because we're out of time and I don't want people to miss this. There it is on your screen. Women Empowering Women. Can you go to Amazon.com?
Absolutely. It's on Amazon.
Excuse me.
Actually, one of the best sellers on Amazon.
Will you drop the connection, the link into the comments after I release you to go back down on the elevator? I want to give you a standing opportunity to come back because we were just getting to the good part, the ooey gooey chewy center. But it took some time because, sometimes we're too strong. I'm going to leave it at that. There it is. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I want you to get out there and keep doing what you're doing, changing the world one person at a time. Keep loving, living, because living is loving. And so they're one and the same. Thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime. You just reach out and let me know. And holla at me on that other tip too. Quit playing.
I will.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I'll see you soon. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, what a great guest, right? So you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Loren Michaels Harris. We're out of time. Please join me tomorrow when Shelly Massey, who is the owner and creator of a brand new cafe called the Goldfinch Cafe, a pay what you can cafe. We're going to talk about that right here tomorrow on Pastoral Moments. Be blessed, and you be the blessing. Can you do that for me? I know you can. Thank you so much. God bless you.